This year, up here and here, right?
So both coaches for your next game come through the U.S. national team, all of that. What does that say about the state of the game, the improvement of the game? What would you say is the relevance in the history of the game, not just the league?
I'm sorry. On my, say it again.
Both you and the other head coach
Oh, yeah,
came from the U.S.
yeah. I got you. Well, you know, there's been many coaches that kind of became coaches in a similar pathway to me. Whether it's kind of Pablo, Jay Heaps, Jason Kreis. You know, a lot of us took this job in when we weren't ready necessarily, right? We went right from playing, and I don't know if we all really knew who we were as coaches and leaders. You know, I think Steve's pathway was a little different. That he, you know, was overseas and he was in kind of a front office role. And, he had kind of a European career, which was much different and more accomplished than mine. But what does it say about U.S. soccer? I think it's natural. I don't think it's anything that. I think it's just a natural evolution of all the resources and money and that has been, you know, has propped up U.S. soccer, and I guess it's just natural evolution of having a pro league and people going through the pro league, and then becoming coaches in the league itself. So I don't know if there's anything. I don't have anything earth shattering on that to answer it.
Jorge, we'll go to you. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. How have you prepared the team for such a big game like tomorrow's?
In the same way we've prepared all year, Jorge. I'm a broken record. I know. I've been saying that. It's about preparing the team for their strengths and weaknesses, and you know, just trying to make sure they're clear in what we need to do to win the game. And that takes a couple days leading into the game, and we have a formula at this point that so far has been working. So there's no need to really change kind of our preparation. It's been business as usual.
Along with that, what's the energy been like? Has the team been obviously more serious, still enjoying the moment?
This is not a serious group. They play serious, and they you know they certainly are dialed in, and I think understand the task, and they're tuned into the preparation of it all. But they're a loose group, and they are just, I think, if I had to tell you about their energy, it's good, it's loose, but it's, you know, there's a nice edge to them that I've seen once or twice throughout the year before big games, and I think they understand the task and the energy that it's going to take, the work rate, you know, the combativeness of this match, and the energy that building is going to bring. So I think they're just excited to get this game on. It's been a long week, and we're looking forward to finally getting to the game.
Dustin, go ahead.
Hey man, sorry. Hey, there's been a lot of talk this week about Griffin against Bouanga. You know, how do you kind of see that matchup, and what else do you guys need to do, you know, so it's not just that kind of one-on-one?
Well, that's it, right? It's, you know, anybody versus Mwanga over and over and over is going to be a really tough task. So we got to make sure it's not just Griffin versus Bouanga, and we're getting help. It could be numerous guys helping out in transition or how to run a play. And again, making sure we're clear on his tendencies, what he does, where he shows up on the field. So it's a collective effort. It's not just back there. It's the front pressure. I said yesterday. It's the midfield screening spots that he likes to get in. It's repressing. It's doing some of the stuff higher up the field where they don't get time to find some of these guys. And Oliveras is similar. He's got real pace and real ability. So it's but we've dealt with really high level transition all year. So some teams are built this way, and we've been dealing with that a little bit. So hopefully, the Kansas City game, who is pretty powerful and dangerous in transition, Salt Lake, and even go back in the last game of the regular season, Portland's one of the most dynamic and transition dangerous teams in the league. So we have some ways to go about it, but this is a very high level attack, and you can do everything right and they'll still get looks. So as I said before, we're going to have to make some saves. We're going to have to bail each other out. We're going to have some really clever and brave box defending. It's just what this game is going to look like. But we also have to be ourselves and be brave and still play and make sure that we have the ball as well in this match.
Thanks, man. I'll let the others jump in.
Sam, go ahead.
Hi, Ben.
Sam.
How you doing? It's been an incredible journey for Dynamo to get to this Western Conference final. And when you look at the 3 coaches in the final 4 teams left, 2 of them were nominated for the MLS Coach of the Year, and it seems to be the one who wasn't nominated. How does that affect when you prepare for this game to prove that, maybe do you think that the MLS didn't really give you credit for what you've done with teaching Dynamo this season?
I think we're opening some eyes up to who we are. By winning the first round, and the second round becomes more eyeballs, and now here we are in an important matchup and getting some, I think, well-deserved press and energy around this. I don't have any personal issues with if you were talking about that Coach of the Year stuff. I don't have a lot to say about those. All 3 of those coaches that were put up for that award had incredible years, so that doesn't worry me. I think we all live with an edge, and I think throughout the year we learn to use that as motivation, and that's part of this challenge. Is we talked about restarting this club and giving us new energy here and more eyeballs and a new culture. But some of that, it's going to take time. And to have respect, not just a one-off year. We got to keep doing this, and that's where that sustainability that we talk about over the next couple of years is going to be important for this club to continue to put ourselves in the postseason. So these are the things we talk about behind the scenes, and certainly in the now we're focused here, but also thinking about how we sustain this to hopefully earn people's respect, because there was a little bit of a hold dog. Well, we've been very clear with the guys, and after watching those games back, that they don't have a lot to do with this game at all, because of the game state. Because of who was on the field, the personnel was different in both of those games. They were back to back. They had Champions League, I think, finals coming up right there. So it was just a strange time, and we took advantage of it. I think it was 100 degrees here. I'm not making excuses for them, but LAFC in the playoffs is a different animal. I've said this many times. You see how they go about the playoffs. It's definitely different from the regular season. They're that good. They they know they're going to be in the postseason, and they really do turn it up. So that's kind of the challenge. We have been more focused on their recent games, because they've had some structural changes in how they go about the game, and personnel changes from those games. So the Seattle game was a good look, and showing they're good, and some of the things that hopefully we can take advantage of.
Playing on the road and playing at home, does that make the pressure a little bit less?
everyone says we're playing with house money. I think there is something to that, and I think there's a rallying cry with that. But that was kind of early. We're here. We're 2 games away, and we want to win this game. We want to get through. We want to go to the finals. So there's pressure that comes with that, but that's a natural thing. Some anxiety and tension right now is, I think, a really positive thing for our group, and I sense that we have a nice balance of it. But the whistle will blow. We can prep and talk, and then the whistle blows, and it's 11 of their guys versus 11 of our guys, and we're just I'm looking forward to being a part of it.
Right. Wish you all the best on Saturday.
Thanks, Sam.
Herman, go ahead.
Hey Ben, good afternoon.
Hi, Mark.
First of all, the hair looks good.
Thank
I saw
you.
tweeting it. Second of all, during the Sporting Kansas City post-game press conference, you mentioned that the score, in your opinion, should have been 3-1. During that game, your team created so many clear opportunities to make that scoreline a reality. I want to know, and our listeners want to know, if shooting, accuracy, shots on target was a point of emphasis during this week in training. Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Well, when we tell our guys to shoot, we tell them to shoot it on frame for what it's worth. So that is definitely something that we preach every time. Could we shoot more? Yes, yeah, of course. I've been hearing that a lot, like, shoot the ball. But it's not that simple. There's percentages to this. There's percentages to, shooting from 25 yards out versus taking the extra pass, and then maybe getting into the box. And there's percentages where this service isn't really makes sense. And sometimes the way we score goals is different than maybe some other teams. So yeah, you got to find the balance. You got to open them up with shots, and yeah, it'd be great if they were on target.
All right, we'll wrap up here with Maggie. Go ahead.
Hey coach, piggybacking off of that question, this is a Western Conference final where every shot it has to go in, and so many missed wide shots. With Nelson, 3 missed shots. Were there any tweaks in game video, anything that maybe he, looking back, was like, I felt a little off, or is it just the nature of the game?
It's like we're getting the shots. There's nothing. I wouldn't change anything, right? For us to get into those spots, any adjustments for Nelson or Corey's look that he had, they're beautiful plays. We broke a team down and found some isolations and got looks. Corey's got slipped in, and everybody made the right play, but they didn't score the goal. So there's not much you can do. I think all these players understand when they can do better in a moment and score. But you just trust that on the day you have some, your guys have their finishing boots on, and that's really all. From my point, that's all you can do.
Thanks, coach. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, everyone. We'll have media resources later today.
Thanks, Ben.
Gracias.